Per records of the Commission on Audit and the House of Representatives, Vice President Sara Duterte spent money like there was no tomorrow, with singular alacrity and impunity. No hesitation. No caution. No ad cautelam. In August 2022, barely 2 months into office, VP Duterte asked for additional funds from the Department of Budget and Management. In the approved 2022 national budget, Sara's office had no provision for confidential funds. But she asked for confidential funds, $250 million to be exact. The Department of Budget and Management scrounged the unauthorized money from other sources, but only partially, $125 million, in the name of a good governance program. On December 20, 2022, a check for $125 million in confidential funds was issued to the Office of the Vice President, signed by OVP Director for Administrative and Finance Services Rosalind Sanchez and OVP Assistant Chief of Staff Lemuel Ortonio. On the same day, Special Disbursing Officer Gina Acosta withdrew the entire $125 million from the Land Bank Shaw Boulevard in a single transaction. The cash was carted away, literally, in 4 large gym bags by Ms. Acosta and several companions. After 11 days, the money was gone. Sara Duterte claimed to have spent the entire $125 million in just 11 days, between December 21, 2022 and December 31, 2022, which included 4 holidays, which means she wasted $17.857 million, $125 million divided by 7, of our money every working day. The money allegedly went to the following: $16 million for rental of safe houses, $14 million purchase of information, $10 million payment of reward, $35 million purchase of supplies, $40 million medical and food aid, and $10 million travel expenses. To account for the money, Sara submitted 2,670 receipts to the Commission on Audit. One recipient, Mary Grace Piatos, was identified as a restaurant and a snack brand. The civil registrar certified it has no record of a Mary Grace Piatos, of birth, marriage, nor death. She also has no parents. Ms. Piatos, bless her, is simply a figment of Sara's imagination. But she received $70,000 worth of medicines on December 30, 2022, a holiday, Resal Day. Another recipient was a certain Canner Adrian Contis. Contis is a bake shop and a coffee shop, just like Mary Grace. Sara also had a Senator's Series, as recipients, Beth Revilla, Janice Marie Revilla, Diane Maple Lapide, John A. Lapide Jr., Clarice Hontiveros, Christine Applegate Estrada, Denise Tanya Escudero, Chris Solon and Paul M. Solon. COA found receipts with duplicate names and similar handwriting. At least 158 debt receipts were dated 2023 for expenses made in the last quarter of 2022. Several receipts showed the same people received the money twice, on the same day, both the OVP and Department of Education. Many receipts were unreadable, unsigned, or lacked necessary details. The Commission on Audit on October 13, 2023, disallowed $73.287 million of Sara's expenditures, namely $10 million in cash rewards, $34.857 million various goods, and $24.93 million medicines. For Q1 to Q3 of 2023, Duterte received an additional $375 million in confidential funds, $125 million per quarter. The money was also misused. During Senate budget deliberations on September 4, 2023, Duterte justified her use of confidential funds. Mr. Chair, Your Honor, all of the projects of the Office of the Vice President use the confidential funds, that is, SIC, intended for the safe, secure, and successful implementation of programs, projects and activities and engagements of the OVP and all of the satellite offices, including the central office of the Vice President. Sara claimed her office conducts intelligence operations without coordination with established intelligence agencies like the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, Department of National Defense, or the Philippine National Police. Mr. Chair, Your Honor, Intelligence starts off with the communities and the stakeholders, and then if there are complaints, and then it is built up through intelligence and surveillance services, and then a dossier or report is started, and then it goes through levels, through the office of the Vice President and the VP-SPG, so we do not intelligence reports from other government agencies, but the intelligence report starts from the ground and the communities there that are engaged by the office of the Vice President. The House of Representatives filed the 7 articles of impeachment against Sara at the Senate Impeachment Court. Article 1 is plotting to assassinate President Marcos Jr., First Lady Liza Marcos and Speaker Martin Romualdez. Article 2 is malversation of funds. Article 3 is bribery and corruption. Article 4 unexplained wealth. She is a multi-billionaire despite holding a job, mayor, that pays only $2 million a year. Article 5 is conspiracy to commit murder. As Davao mayor for 9 years, she launched Operation Tokang, extrajudicial killings. Article 6 is sedition and insurrection. She declared herself designated survivor during BBM's July 22, 2024 SONA and questioned the legitimacy of BBM's presidency. Article 7 covers the totality of respondents' conduct as vice president, display of acts constituting a betrayal of public trust, culpable violations of the Constitution and graft and corruption. Article 2, malversation and waste of people's money, stands out for its breathtaking recklessness, brazenness, shamelessness, and impunity. Sara Duterte's acts make your blood boil. A girl, Mary Grace Piatos, named after a restaurant and a snack, receiving $70,000 for medicine? When it comes to spending our tax money, our hard-earned money, Sara Duterte has no equal. And yes, no hesitation. No caution. No ad cautelam.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for the latest hot news of the press.